T. Fucking idiot. Mood swings.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back to the Mood Swings podcast.
If you guys haven't noticed, we have some new things to share with you guys. First things first, we have a new setup.
Period.
The elephant in the room.
I'm sorry, if you see our brand everywhere,
Yeah.
that's because it's on our cue cards,
Yep.
it's on our mic boxes, it's on our wine,
Yeah,
it's on
so
our table,
we kind of like
it's on our wall.
got our cute little cue cards, cute little podcast moment. We got a new middle table, and we kind of like pushed ourselves in like more of like a. We're giving like convo. Yeah, we're
conversating.
Yep, and then we have our own wine as well. If it's not mood swings, get the fuck out. Thank you. Come again. Thank you.
No, I actually have my water bottle back here that I will be drinking out of, but it's not going to be in frame because, hello, it doesn't have our brand on it,
Right.
and it's not a sponsor.
Correct. So we're gonna open this bottle of mood swings wine up. I think the flavor is cheese moscatos. It's a cork though, so should be.
I would love for it to be a less sweeter wine, but it's what we had to offer at this establishment. So
yeah,
that's what
Mood
Swings is all
and I'm
about.
pretty sure you put this up first, but we're just gonna kind of
Ooh,
Oh my
dang,
God.
dang, and it's not even a twist off. Like, hello,
Right? She's bougie. She's a bougie bitch.
She's corked.
She's a bougie.
She's
bitch.
corked up.
Let me get all these pieces. Yeah, that's exactly why you open it.
What do you? Oh, you take the wax.
The
off?
wrapper.
Yeah.
The
Is it
wrapper.
wax? No, it's not wax. It's just
Metal.
aluminum.
I
Okay,
feel
we're
like
not
it's
that
like
fancy.
I feel like it's aluminum though.
Aluminum.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like aluminum. Anyway, let me pour you a little glass of wine. Mood swings wine, if you don't mind.
I'm like, if I get a little aluminum in me,
And I'm a bartender, so she's
a big glass.
That's a cute glass.
Yeah.
That's a cute yeah. That's good.
Oh, she's sweet. You're gonna like that.
She's a sweet girl.
Tastes like apple juice.
I love apple juice. Sorry. My bad. Anyway, my shirt says
You can't read it.
take a picture, it will last longer.
Or get on 1 hour long podcast, it'll last longer.
Yes. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, she's cute. I was feeling kind of crazy. A little pink moment today. Sydney's wearing God knows what. Anyway, let me try her.
Wow. See, 1 week I look good, and when I look good, Daijah looks like shit. And then when I look like shit, Daijah looks good. Like, it's never...
Yeah.
It's
But I feel like that's her
never on
aesthetic,
the
though.
same.
We literally, like...
No, we can't both...
We're the same person.
Because if we both stepped out, I mean,
Yeah,
the world would light on fire.
No, honestly, if we both stepped out, which we do.
Right.
We have
Right.
our moments.
Like, we both can't be a 10 all the time.
Right.
Otherwise, what would the world do?
Correct.
They wouldn't be able to function.
Correct.
And
Two
we're not
bad
gonna
bitches in a room, you feel me? Type shit. Two bad bitches.
Two
You
bad
know what's
bitches.
hilarious, bro?
Yeah.
I've been like talking to a lot of like coworkers lately about the pod. Obviously, that's the only thing I talk about. But I was talking to one of my managers, and the new AGM
Right.
was asking me about. He's like, "Oh, you have a podcast because I was editing." And I was like, yeah, Mood Swings Podcast. Shout it out. You feel me? We're on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. You feel me? And he's like, what's it about? Frank's right there, right? I go, hating men, as it should. And he's like, oh, love that. He's like, can I come on and just talk about hating men too? And I was like, absolutely.
I mean, if you'd like.
If you want to be a girl's girl.
If you want us to shit on you the whole time.
Right.
Absolutely.
Come on, Trevor. So
I said I was going to tone down my swearing, so who knows?
she's working on it.
I'm working on it.
It's still the new year, basically.
Right. It's like New Year's resolutions are still in effect. Done asking about my journaling though.
Yeah.
Next. Have you watched the new Andrew, I think it's not Schultz. I've been thinking it's Andrew Schultz. It's like Scholes. He's like a comedian, the mustache guy. That didn't click?
No.
I said that to Joel, didn't click with him either. Apparently it's not a thing. I'm
Oh.
like, but it's the mustache guy.
I kind of want to like have a couple cue cards. Sorry, I had to grab a couple. I
Oh.
feel like more like,
Oh.
what are we talking about today?
Right.
You know, once we get in that mode.
Right. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I feel very like, I also feel like I'm writing like a speech, like cue cards, you know, when we were like back
Public
in the day.
speaking. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's do a cute little weekend recap.
Okay.
It's always
Um,
Thursdays we record, so we're like getting into like it's a Friday Eve. We're getting into the next weekend, so I feel
Thursdays
like we
are
need
my
to.
Friday.
Yes, we need to like reevaluate. I feel
Right.
like the week.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start?
Thursday? Last Thursday?
Yeah.
So Thursdays are my Friday. I've worked maybe 2 Fridays in the past like 3 years. I don't work Fridays. I'm a Monday to Thursday work girly, and it's
Mhm.
gonna stay that way for as long as I live. Like, no.
Right.
So-
Freaky Fridays are for our
Ex-
family.
Exactly. So
The girls. we
Fridays
don't
are for
know.
day drinking when the
Yep.
kids are in school.
Eh.
Fridays are a vibe. Anyway, what did we do last Thursday? We didn't go anywhere Thursday night, did we?
No, we didn't. Because I had to edit,
Oh.
so we didn't go anywhere Thursday, which is
Yeah.
kind of not like us,
No,
but whatever.
I was kind of bored.
Yeah, I was trying to be a good girl.
Yeah. Friday?
I don't think we did
Nothing?
anything Friday either. 'Cause I was
Saturday.
a good girl this
We
weekend.
talked a bit about this on the last episode. I don't know if you guys will ever see it because it's currently still being edited.
It's edited. It's getting into the final moments of the edit. You know, if we want to talk about it, we can
No,
talk
it's
about
fine.
it. Like,
But I was just gonna get into Saturday, and you guys may have heard a preliminary conversation on Saturday. You may not ever hear it. Who knows at this point?
who knows?
But Saturday, the band that Daijah works for, that I work for free, opened up for Drake White. If you guys are a fan of Drake White, that's great. I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's like he's not large, but he's like up there.
Yeah,
He's like upper
mean-
mid celeb, like country artist.
I know like 2 or 3 of his songs.
Mhm.
Like before we went
Yeah,
to the
but he's
concert,
not,
I knew
like-
one song.
He's
They
not
like played.
huge.
No, I don't
would
think he's
say.
like huge. I
Yeah.
think he used to be, but also I don't know.
Is he older? Is
I
he
think
an
it's like
older artist?
2016 was like his biggest hit. when I
Yeah,
was looking
been
on
a little
Spotify.
bit.
But then he had the heart attack. So
Yeah.
like,
And he milked that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he.
Yep.
I may have been drunk. My mother
Nope.
may have been drunk.
we definitely were.
But we're walking to the bathroom. My mom had 2 heart attacks, by the way. And he was talking about his heart attack or whatever. And she's like, is he still? I swear he's been talking about it this whole time. It was like his 4th time bringing it up. No hate to him.
yeah,
It was just the alcohol in me. But he milked that one for sure.
I think he like made it part of his brand. I think it was like a rebranding kind of thing for him.
Yeah.
Because like I've been noticing a lot of like he's very within the church, and he does a lot of like
Did he have like a come to Jesus moment?
probably
or-
honestly, you know,
Okay.
that's the vibe I was getting from his the
Got
Instagram,
it.
and like it was kind of
So
like
he's
a
a
rebranding.
changed man.
I think so. I don't know what he was doing before,
Okay.
but he was playing that tambourine, and I was too.
Oh my god. So Deja's boyfriend had a white tambourine, and Drake White asked to use it.
Yep.
In his performance, and so the whole time Mark was like, "That's my tambourine, man." He kept going off, and then after he stopped playing, somehow Daijah got a hold of this tambourine. Okay, and the videos in the moment.
No, it was
in
the
the
videos.
moment
I couldn't
kinda
even watch
lit.
it. I got so cringe.
No,
Like it was
So-
so cringy to watch.
in the moment, we were like, you know, when people were like, "You got to live in the moment." We were living in the moment.
We were living in the
I
moment.
had no idea what was going on around
I was
us.
shaking nothing back there. Let me tell you that.
We
I
were
thought I
all-
was.
Like
I
the
was
whole
like,
band and like all of us, like
Yeah.
the whole like, you know, group or whatever, was like dancing like out on the like. I thought it was a party. I thought this whole place was lit up. Maybe that's how I pictured it in my mind. And then come to find out there was nobody there.
yeah.
Nobody.
I want to know when everyone shoveled out because I don't remember.
They probably looked over at us and they were like, "This isn't the time to be shaking ass. This is a country festival." And we're like, "It's always time to shake ass. What are you talking about?"
Right. We're like, where have you been?
No, I
I'm gonna
remember-
shake ass.
I remember Mark trying to like, he was like not trying to like get behind you, but like kind of
Yeah.
dance with you.
Yeah.
And you were like, "No, like my tambourine
It's
moment."
my moment.
No, it's a single show. It's a solo show.
well, right. When it's our moment, it's our moment.
Right,
But
and when it's
it was my moment.
it was
It was
your moment.
My
The
moment.
minute you got the tambourine, you had it was a solo.
it was game over. It was my
Oh,
moment.
it was so
and that's
funny.
how you
And
guys
I
are gonna know.
actually, the next day, I was laying in bed thinking about it, and I was like, no, that's actually really embarrassing. And I don't want to see the videos. And then
Yeah.
Daijah showed me the videos, and it got worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was rough. And then I remember like the people who like ran the festival or whatever, they like came up to, I think it was Nick, and Nick's the guitarist, or is he called the guitarist? I don't know. He came up to him and he was like, "Hey, like we're shutting down, like you guys gotta go." And then he was like, "This is all you, right?" And I was in the middle of dancing. It was like they were playing like good music though. That was
They
the
were.
thing.
They were playing some.
They were busting some moves
some.
out there.
They were
And I remember looking up like mid move, and he was like, "This is all you guys, right?" And I was like, "Oh." Mentally, I was like, "Okay, so no, this has to stop." Enough.
And then I feel like that's when we like looked up and we like looked around.
Yeah.
We're like, oh,
That's exactly when I looked
no
around.
one's in here. They're literally cleaning up.
Yeah,
the
no, they're actually
chairs.
grabbing tables.
No,
So
God, no wonder they're playing that kind of music.
Yeah, I looked up and I was like, "Oh." There was one cop left. That's how
was
you
like-
know it was completely dead. And we're walking out, and the cop's like, "You have to go that way," and I'm just stupid, so I'm like, "Oh, okay. Like, how do I get there?" And then Nick's dad ran over and was like, No, to the green room, as if there's gonna be like some huge after party at the green room. It's a tent over like 8 yards over there.
Dude, fucking 8 yards that way. A little big old tent.
We stand in the green room
And the
for
funny thing
maybe
about
5
it was,
minutes.
is someone took a video of the green room to like show what the vibes were.
Yeah,
That's embarrassing.
sad.
I'm not even kidding you. There was like a tub of water, a tub of like beer, seltzers,
You had like the worst drinks in there too.
like some shitty ass, and then the ice was all melted, and then like a platter of chips and
yeah,
cookies.
yeah. There's better green rooms in these rinky-dink bars
Huh?
that we go to. Yeah,
Right.
they did have that throat healing tea.
They
which
did.
I was like, that's
Which
kind of
was
clutch.
kind of a flex.
Yeah.
We needed that. Probably.
Other than that, incredibly sad.
Yeah,
So
it was a good
next-
concert though.
No, it was really good.
definitely a good vibe. It was good for the band in general. They
Did really well.
did well,
I
but they
never give them
needed
credit.
to do well.
True. Otherwise, we were gonna commit arson. Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So yeah, the weekend was good. Sunday.
Wait, I gotta say one thing.
Oh.
When he was like going to the green room, as if there's gonna be some massive after party at this green room.
Yeah.
We were there for like maybe 5 minutes, maybe, and the people come over and they're like, "Leave, like
Right.
you have to go." And we're like, "Oh, we can't hang out for a minute," and they're like, "No, leave." And then me and mom had these media badges on, like they're kind of like backstage like passes or whatever, but it had media on it. They looked kind of iconic, and they looked at me and my mom.
Do you still
they're
have
like,
it?
Yes. They were
God.
like, "Return your badges at the front gate." And mom's drunk ass, she takes it off, hands it to the girl. I'm looking at her like, "Dude, you can't give me the thing." So I'm like, "Yeah, okay. And they go and like, I thought they were gonna leave. I don't know. They went over there and they stood right there waiting for us all to leave. So when they weren't looking, I walked away and I shoved the media pass in my purse. It's hanging in my car.
Both of them?
No,
Or
just
just
one.
one?
Mom gave hers away to the lady.
Oh my god.
I know. And she was like, "I didn't know.
We
were
could
gonna keep
we were
them."
gonna
I was like, "Come on, Mom."
Bitch, it's always my mom was turned that night too. She
Yeah,
had a
she
good time.
was.
She had a good time.
Oh, that was funny. Anyway,
Yeah, good night. And then she peed. I don't know. Cindy
And
was like
then-
telling me the story, but my mom was saying it wasn't that big of a deal. So
okay.
I don't
She
know.
was drunk.
She also was drunk,
And,
we
like,
all were drunk.
I could see like Caroline was
I don't
kinda,
even
like,
know how
being
you
the
guys got
mom.
home, by the way.
Oh, I was fine.
Oh, okay.
Well, when I watched the videos back, I'm like, she doesn't sound fine.
No,
But I felt fine. I also
Okay.
didn't wake up really with a hangover, so
Oh.
that was good.
I
for
don't think
me.
I did either.
I had a little bit of a tummy thing going on, but that was it.
Well, we always have tummy
Nothing
issues.
could- no.
Sensitive girl.
Right.
Just being a girl.
Just being a girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you went to work the next day, didn't you?
Mhm.
Tough.
Yeah.
And I laid around and did nothing.
Yeah.
Did nothing, and some
That
more
did
nothing.
happen.
Yeah. But that was the only thing that
Did
happened
we do
that
anything
weekend.
on Sunday? No. We had a
Nothing.
pretty chill weekend.
We had a really chill weekend.
Wow,
Which is
so we have to,
unlike us.
Yeah. I mean, we went for Board and Bottle on Tuesday.
I did love that moment. That was good.
That was fun.
That was really fun. I've
Yeah.
been talking about Board and Bottle for weeks, and
For
I
a
was
minute.
craving it.
Correct.
And then I thought I was gonna be able to take my bottle home. Somehow, no bottles were taken home, and all the bottles were empty. And then we were there past closing. I was like, oh, I was like,
Whoopsies.
how did we get here? Me procrastinating my final paper. I'm like,
Dude.
let's go to Board and Bottle. As if I
Yeah.
was gonna come back and do it. No.
Yeah, no.
I was like, no, I'll totally just go have a
no,
couple
you're like,
glasses
yeah,
of wine,
yeah.
come back, do my paper. Nope, immediately went to bed. I came in, I was like, so time for bed? Joel's like, it's 11. I'm like, yeah?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you
bedtime?
confused? It's giving bed
Giving
o'clock. It's
bedtime.
giving bed o'clock. Thank you.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow. Nice. But other than that,
Nothing.
nothing else got going on. You had a little bit of rough day today, but
Yeah.
minor details.
I don't really know if we should really get into it.
We'll wait. We'll let that.
I feel like we gotta get like Anicia and them on the pod because the way that Anicia talks about capitalism, captivating.
Yep.
And I won't be able to display the language.
Yeah, we'll
as
have
well
to
as
just
she
have her
could.
on the pod for sure and get into it.
Yeah, because it was a lot.
I believe it.
They were treating me like I was a number on some spreadsheet.
And
I
so you
said,
said,
"No,
you
ma'am.
got me fucked up.
I'm not some hourly wage. I'm not some salary. I'm a human being."
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I even dropped the "that's not how you run a business" as if I know how to run a
Oh
business.
God, we're gonna.
No,
we're gonna.
literally.
So.
And they were talking about marketing, and I was like, interesting, but like, cause the marketing girls were like kind of, they were young, but they were like kind of older.
Okay.
And
what were they saying?
No, they were saying some like decent stuff. What I was
so they're trying to like rebrand marketing for you guys.
They're not trying to rebrand
because
it.
you guys.
Doctor insists on lowering the marketing budget.
Correct.
Which is too large.
Yeah.
So
which it is.
We did. The only thing is the demographic that we are in, or like in our what's the word I'm looking for? Starts with a C. Community is
Old
older.
people?
So they do like the mail-in stuff. They want the physical things, and they, electronic is
that costs
thing.
money.
But they were talking about how we have to utilize all spaces. We want to be present in all spaces, which I was like, yeah. Turns out we run the social media account. Because I was like, who's running our social media? She's like, you guys. You have access to it. And I'm like,
that'd be good to know.
Yeah, so that was clocking it for you, because I'm not doing it. I have too much on my plate. But to get you in, I'm like, you could literally run for free.
Exactly.
So yeah, I was clocking that, but she was saying some decent stuff. Okay. I just was kind of like, it's not my place, right? I run this. I don't run that. Yeah, and that's not what I'm gonna be running. Like, if I was like trying to move up in the company, like I would be like, oh, okay, cool,
right?
But
no, not that type of vibe, which is fine,
right? I'm gonna be running a better company because what they're doing, no, ma'am.
I agree.
Anyway, how was your day?
I worked yesterday. Not really great.
Right.
What did I do today?
Did you want to talk about what happened at work?
No, about those racist motherfuckers.
Yeah,
it's
they're
just
everywhere.
Like, they're literally everywhere, and it's just like getting worse.
You think so?
Each week, I think people are getting bolder.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
I mean, look at our president.
Yeah, so people are just getting bolder, and I'm getting meaner.
The industry that she's in is so drama-filled.
Yes.
And Daijah's done a very, very, very good job, whereas I feel like in the beginning, when she was first initially started, you were, like, kind of in it, and it was kind of childish. But now you're, like, I'm too old for this. Like, no. I have dreams and goals and careers and stuff to work on. Like, I don't care about your petty little shit talk session.
Yep.
Because we do that every Thursday afternoon.
Maybe
right
that's
here.
why. We're like therapists.
We get it all
kind of
in
like
right
get
here.
it out. We kind of like get it out.
Yeah.
And I feel like also with you, mom, dad, and everybody living down here now, I have somebody to talk to all the time.
Yeah.
So.
And you have someone to hang out with where you don't necessarily need to hang out with people that don't serve you.
Correct.
Oh my god.
Bingo! Ding,
Wait.
ding, 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 ding.
I wasn't gonna be a therapist, but I was
protect
gonna go
my
on this
peace.
site,
I protect my peace, and I don't have. If the energy's not there, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore. I feel like it's not obligated anymore.
It's not worth it.
Like I don't. Yeah. Honestly,
you don't do things that are not worth it long term. Yeah. I'm thinking the same way. I have like a long term mindset.
It's just kind of like a waste of my time.
No, literally, I have shit to do. That's my response to everything.
I literally have shit to do.
I have shit to do.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways.
Awkward.
I also like having like multiple different tasks. Like I could be working on this. I could be working on that. There's always something for me to do. It is kind of overwhelming sometimes. Yeah. But also this is what I wanted to do. So and I'm still pursuing different things as well on top of all the other shit I got going on. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Honestly, like the way that we're doing things and the way that what we have all going on in my life, I feel like it has served me more purpose day to day than what I was doing maybe a year ago. Because I mean, we've been talking about things and talking. And like, I feel like this year we're doing. Whether it's the right time, it's never going to be the right time.
Yeah, I feel
it's never going to be the right time to have kids, have a marriage, start a podcast, run a business. Like, there's nothing. We were not set up in our lives to forever to be right. So
Correct.
we just do it,
And we
make it
also
work.
weren't like set up for success. Like we
Right.
were not with like money wise. I think we have to work hard for what we want to do, and that's
Yeah.
just where we're at.
So yeah,
honestly.
day to day, more purpose. Is it overwhelming? Absolutely. I mean, every day there is something that I should be doing, and am I always doing something? Absolutely not. But I would say like
Yeah.
90% of my time is focused on things that
Right.
will serve me long term. You know. Wait,
You know.
did we get deep? I feel like we need a little.
Well, I mean, like, what are the other things that you want to be doing that you're? I obviously we talked about like building a business, but I want to do the Airbnb thing as well. Like, I want
Absolutely.
to own a complex and
I
make
just
money
wanna
in my
be-
sleep.
No, well, yeah. Oh, you're saying long term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not like long term, like go like within a couple years. I want to own a complex and I
Oh,
want
100%.
rent it out. And
I want to
wanna
be able to
making
invest my money. I want to be able to like
kind of have my foot in every little
Yeah,
different thing.
I
I want
wanna
to have
be
a
able-
coffee camper.
I
up
want a
running
choice.
By, yes.
I want options.
Yes.
I feel like right now I have no options,
Mhm.
which is
And I think
tough.
the other thing that really motivates me is the fact that like the like job hunting right now, not even in this area, just in general, in this day and age, it's so hard for people to find a job. And so like that makes me like, oh my God, I want to start this business to employ people so
Mhm.
people can make money. Bro, what the fuck? Like people are
and
struggling
not have
in
to
it,
work for a company or
Correct.
a brand that
yes,
just
that treats you
that
like shit.
treats you like a
dude.
number. That's
No.
it's not right.
No. So I think that's a big motivation too. Like I've seen a lot of struggle, and I don't think people should be struggling that hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everything falls into place when it happens, and that's my mindset, which I think is very
Right.
above and beyond my years. But that's how I feel. I want people to be content, especially people who are close to me.
Contentment. Is that the word of the day?
Choice and contentment.
Absolutely.
So,
Abso-freaking-lutely.
anyways, should we like
I
start
kinda-
bashing on men or what?
I'm like, do we come what we came here to do?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Should we like get into it?
But
Like we're not a
before we-
lifestyle pod. I mean, it could be.
we are.
If
First of
anybody's
all,
looking,
Nothing that we say should be taken. You know what I mean? Like, take it with a little grain of salt. I really like that pink shirt and that green. I like the pink and green
you like the vibe.
and the blue. I like the vibe. That's
I think
the
it's
only
kind of
compliment you're
cute.
getting.
It's kind of cute. I mean, it's a
Um,
little bright on the screen that I'm
is
looking
it?
at, but I don't know.
well, that's because we have a lot of bright lights.
Yeah.
So maybe when we get our shit together.
Also, the
maybe-
next thing we're getting two cameras is our
Yeah.
goal. But right now the money's a little tight. Really.
Cameras
And we're
are
also
a
working on the
huge deal
coffee
right
camper,
now
but
on this Mood Swings podcast. It's causing a lot of problems.
we're gonna invest pretty soon here
Yeah.
because we've been taking
This is rough.
steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're figuring it out.
Don't worry, it looks good, right?
yeah.
Look at our bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine that she needs a little refill on.
Oh. Anyways,
Anyway, let's jump
where do you
into
want to
what
start?
kind of topics we got. Do we have a lot of stuff to
We
kinda
kinda do.
Okay. I think we should talk about the things that you didn't get to last time.
Okay.
If that episode comes out, you'll know what I mean. If it doesn't, YOLO. But
The only thing that really stood out to me was the pink color theory.
Mhm.
Do you know what the pink color theory is? Or have you heard of it prior to when I told you, I should say?
no.
Interesting. So
No.
I think it was, you know who Regan777 is?
Yes.
It was her video. It was a video of her redecorating her bathroom.
Yep.
And she put pink everywhere.
Yep.
And like you should do on TikTok is you should go to the comments before anything because that's where the real content is.
Right.
But I went to the
The real
comments.
tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first comment was, it wasn't the first one, but it was like, I had to scroll a little bit. But it was like, it just said like, oh, this is demonstrating the pink color theory.
Mhm.
And it said that,
Then you went on a whole spiral to figure out what it was.
no, I just read the comment and then
Oh.
thought about it for the rest of my life.
Got it.
I didn't actually do any research on it. I don't know if it's factual, and I can't cite.
It
the
makes
source.
sense.
Right? It made sense for me,
Yeah.
which is why I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was when women start to love the color pink, it somehow correlates. I don't know the wording of the phrase, but it correlates to women loving themselves. And I was like, wait, that's so me. I was like, no, you're so right. And I don't even think you realize it until you look back.
Yeah.
Like I was such a, not that I'm not a tomboy now, but like I was very, very like, no, I can't be bothered with pink or like nails and shit like that, you know?
Mhm.
And it didn't bother me then, but then when I look back on myself now, I'm like, no, I did hate myself, actually.
My thing is,
I didn't hate myself, but
well, right.
insecure, I should say.
Yes, very insecure, but also in that day and age, like that's like the time to be not to be insecure, but it's definitely there's a lot of things going on and there's a lot of judgment.
Especially in where
Correct.
I mean, everyone's circumstances are different, but I think our circumstances, it was like
I mean, not obviously situations are worse, probably far
Oh,
more worse than
100%.
what we went through, but it's like definitely there's a lot of judgment in that town and like it was a lot. Like I mean, we also were in puberty and like
No, I'm
that's
glad I
already-
was. Every single high school and middle schooler was going through the same thing. I can
Absolutely.
assure you that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm still.
There's not
going.
a thought that actually goes into what I have to talk about.
Well, I'm glad I'm still not going through it. Is all I was gonna say. I'm glad I
Yes.
had it then. I'm not dealing with insecurities now.
Yes.
because that would be harder to deal with. I feel like now, but now I love the color pink
To an
and-
extent, I would say. I feel like people hit their during that time. I feel like everyone goes through it. At what time do they go through it? I think that like varies.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. I'm just clarifying what you're saying.
No, you disagreed with it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Run it back. You said the word, but I don't know what you said, but you definitely disagreed a little bit.
No, I didn't. I said
No, don't get hostile.
no. I'm not.
No,
I'm
don't
just
come-
saying.
Don't freak
No, it's fine.
out.
Sydney loves herself now, and that's all that matters. The fuck?
No, I'm glad I'm still. I'm glad I got through it,
I am too.
and I'm glad that I'm at the age that I'm at, and I'm not going through insecurities because there are people who are way older who
Yes,
have a
still
lot
dealing
of
with
problems, and it affects their relationships and friendships and
And their
it's- and you
kids.
can see it in their
Yes.
kids,
Yeah.
and that's sad.
It is. Sad.
And they should go to therapy, and so should I. Moving on.
Moving on.
Would you go to therapy if you could afford it? Interesting.
I don't
No,
know.
really.
I don't know. Honestly, I did therapy when our parents got a divorce in Waupun.
You did
And I
therapy?
hated that shit. I
Yeah, but
never
you were
wanted
like
to go.
you were in like 3rd grade.
I mean, yes,
You're
but also
probably younger than 3rd grade. You're a
we-
child, of course.
I have bad memories from there.
Interesting.
I
I'd go
feel like it's a
tomorrow.
very judgment.
No,
You think?
I don't think
Also,
so.
I've been seeing TikToks where they're like, therapists are gaslighting people into believing certain things. She said that I would have to say this. Do you know what I'm talking about? Why are you looking like that? Why are you looking like that?
Describe the girl.
She's very Bronx, New
The
York.
blonde. She was in that relationship.
The Italian? Wait, what? Why are you laughing? I just saw that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot
Do I
believe
not
you
know?
brought this up.
Why?
She,
Wait, what
when
happened?
she broke up with her boyfriend,
Yeah.
she talked very openly about therapy online
Yeah.
and yada yada yada. And then when she broke up with her boyfriend, she had a very public relationship, so she was explaining the trauma she went through as a kid and her tendencies and psychological and science and yada yada yada.
Okay.
And she explained she was an big advocate for therapy.
Yeah.
And everyone should go and how it helped her and whatever. And then she got attacked online because of people like you who have bad memories of therapy.
Yeah.
And are like, oh my god, no.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I probably would. I think marriage counseling's like a big thing. I think
That's
I would
therapy.
want to. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway.
Self therapy with relationships, I probably would.
So you don't want to work on yourself? You
I
should
never
probably work
said-
on yourself before you go to a marriage, actually. Clock it.
I would have to find the right therapist.
Yes.
honestly.
No, yes.
Continue.
What if I was your therapist and I wasn't your sister Avi? And I talked to you like this? Would you not like it? I feel like I'm your therapist as your sister.
You are.
Because I'm
My mom is too.
good at the psychological shit.
The fuck.
Moving on. She made that video and it was sarcasm. She was just saying what all the TikTok comments were saying.
Oh.
Yeah. Clearly
really?
you haven't seen any of her other videos.
I thought. Well, I honestly didn't really.
Oh my
have
god, so
time.
you were the people, because I went to the comments, Avi, and it read like, well, they knew, and I knew, because I've seen all of her videos. I
Oh,
watched
I
like her
haven't.
YouTube video like to an extent when she was talking
Oh.
about therapy.
Oh.
And when she broke up with her boyfriend, and actually played a big role into my mindset and relationships, actually.
Oh,
Clock it.
T. Send me it. I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
I will. It's a good one. You should watch it. That's
Okay.
good. Anyway, yeah, that was sarcasm, and you didn't pick up,
No.
and you weren't the right audience, and
Was
that's
not the right
that's
audience.
sad.
That's TikTok for you. That's TikTok
The
for
fact
you.
that you tried to to come with that and use that as your like
Not an excuse, but I'm
evidence.
saying
And I was like,
I'm like,
"No
I've
way."
heard stories, bro.
She was being sarcastic.
That's wild.
She's a big advocate for therapy. Oh, I hate that for you. I really like that girl. She's funny.
that was kind of a lot.
It's okay that you didn't know, and now you know.
Whatever.
I'm gonna send you the video though.
Anyway, what I was gonna say about when we were talking about kids go through different things at different times, I was gonna bring up bullies in elementary school. I went on a field trip with my baby bro. Yeah, baby bro. He's a baby. My baby bro today, he is 8 years old and he is in 3rd grade at an elementary school. So my brother's autistic. So I was already had my guard up because I've been hearing different situations that have happened at the school, either him getting in trouble for something, and I feel like my brother is really good at like explaining things to an extent. But I don't think he lies about things. Like I feel like we're able to
most
tell.
kids don't really lie. Well, he's fundamentally like behind mentally.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like 4-ish, 5, and those kids say it straight. They'll come up to you and tell you you're ugly. You know, that's how kids are.
Yeah.
Getting to the age of 8, it gets different, but he's not mentally at 8. And he also just can't lie.
He giggles.
He's
we had a moment today too. I was like, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "Are you lying?" Yeah, I am. I was like,
anyways,
okay.
there's altercations. Him punching a kid pushing him, mean people. The school doesn't know how to handle it. Whatever.
Yeah, just weird vibes. So my mom volunteered me, and she's gonna watch this and say that she didn't. She did.
No,
she put my name down.
Yeah.
And I literally forgot about it till yesterday night.
And if she didn't go, it would have been a huge deal.
Yeah, huge. So, yep. Anyway, so I went. I was in charge of 3 kids.
You were in charge of 3 kids? You didn't just have Zayden?
No, it was Zayden.
So they just put you to work?
Pretty much.
That's crazy. I thought you were supposed to be there.
I'm like this.
Wait, now that I think about it, chaperones do have a group of kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, Devuk.
Yeah.
Like, my brother, me and him just did our own thing.
Zayden is so much that you could only handle 3 kids.
Yeah.
Because I remember my field trips, there was like 8 of us. At least.
Well, also, it's a bigger school. They had a smaller classroom.
Okay.
Most of them had like 4 or 5 kids.
I'm like, were you in the 3 group too when you were a kid, or what? They thought you were too much? They're like,
I mean, that one time when mom came on a field trip, you feel me? That shit was lit, bro. I got snacked, and I got to leave school early. Same thing as Zayden. Maybe that's why my mom signed me up.
Probably.
Anyway, so me and Z were doing our thing. We went to like this museum. I don't know. You can tell real quick who are the bullies, right? This one, he's bigger than Zayden, which is crazy because Zayden's a big ass kid, bigger, just like in general, taller too, and he had like a buzz cut, and I was like seeing how he was moving.
Oh, what? A buzz cut?
Yeah, it was like a buzz.
Scary.
Yeah, it was kind of a lot. He wasn't wearing his shirt. Like he was one of like those cool kids. Like you're supposed to wear like the elementary school shirt, or whatever. Yeah. And I was seeing how he's moving, and he was like messing with all the kids. And then at the end, Zayden was like getting excited because like they were like running around, like burning energy, talking, I don't know, pushing each other down the steps. And Zayden got excited. He's like, "Oh, let me get in on this." Right? Zayden like pushes him, and the kid turns back, and he's like, "Shut up!" And I was like,
"What'd you say?"
I literally, first off, they went. It was on the steps, right? So I saw it, right? Clock that shit quick.
Oh, you didn't say anything?
No. As soon as we went into the next room, I said, "Hey, come here."
Oh.
I said, "Do not speak to him like that." I said, "Would you like it if I spoke to you like that?" No. And he kept saying, "Ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am." I was like, "First off, are you having?"
Wait.
I'm like, "Buddy, are you having flashbacks?"
She's trying to be strict. Like, don't speak to him like that. Okay, ma'am. Hold on. She's like, "Do I look that? Why are you calling me ma'am?" Like, she's having a mental crisis.
No. I'm like this. No, I'm like, blink twice if you're getting. Like, I'm literally
right.
No,
you're right.
Are you okay? Like,
no, yeah.
Like, quit.
Is that how it looked?
Kind of.
Oh,
kind of. And then I was like, that's what happens. Though.
And kids in those environments at home act out at school.
Yes. Because they don't know like how to. I don't know, bro. I was like in a spiral.
She's I wanted to be mean to you, but now
that's how I go about it now. I'm like, "Do you want me to push you down the steps?"
Right.
He's like, "No, ma'am." I was like, "Ooh, are you having issues? Blink twice if you need help." And like, so like you can tell. I don't know. It's just sad because I think it stems from home. It does stem from
It
home.
always
It's how
stems from
you're
home.
raised, dude.
Right.
Like, if your mom's a bully, you're
Oh.
a bully. I mean,
Or maybe it's because Zayden went around the school and told him that his sister was gonna come fight them.
maybe. But either way,
we didn't know that was gonna transpire when we
me
said
and Big
it.
Guy had some talks. Let me tell you, he was. I wasn't fucking playing.
So
I was
you came
pissed
into
too. I was like,
school and you're
dude.
like,
I was like, dude, come here. And he's like, yeah.
I would have snatched that little kid. Ooh.
What?
It would have been on the steps. If he
I
turned
said,
around and said, "Shut
gonna
up,"
take
I
this
would have
guitar
snatched him
and
by
bash
his
it
shirt.
against
I
your
would have threw him down the
fucking head.
steps, and I would have went down there and was like, "Did you like that, huh?"
But then I went back to Zayden and I was like, Zayden, because I was like, oh, is he the one who's bullying him at school? Because I would want to know that right now, right? So I can talk to this teacher. And Zayden's like, I was like, Zayden, are any of these kids mean to you? He's like, no. And I was like, okay.
Valid.
And I was like, Zayden, where's the kid that you punched? Oh, not in this class. He's like, and then all the kids were like, Zayden, is that your sister? Is that your sister? Like,
yeah, the one that's gonna come fight you.
Yeah, the fuck. I'll fuck you up. Okay. Don't fucking play with me.
Don't bully my brother.
Teachers too. Don't play games
Try
with me.
somebody else.
There's like this new like smaller guy, and I was like, I'd fuck you up too. Don't play games with me.
Right.
He's like a PA, like he's a new PA.
The one
Or
in
TA.
training. They don't know.
You
how to
can
handle
tell,
these
by the way.
kids.
You can tell.
Ugh.
No social skills.
Ugh. And you're a
Yeah.
teacher,
Me and Z were having a blast though.
right? As
Thank
you
you,
should.
thank you. Anyway, but yeah, bullies
Wow.
in elementary school stem from parents. Not necessarily parents, but situations at home.
Right.
And that's what I had to talk about.
Oh, I love that for you. When you're scrolling on TikTok, total 390, 80, 60, whatever the fucking term is.
Yeah.
What is the biggest ad that you see? Like, who's working overtime on their ads on social media?
On TikTok?
On any social
Do
media?
you have someone in mind? Because I
Yes.
feel like I would have to think.
Yes. Like
On
a specific like app
TikTok.
that's got ads all over the place. Give her a thought.
I don't
Nothing?
really know if I'm on.
How about Rocket Money? Do you don't see those everywhere?
No.
No?
What's the ad? Explain.
They
the
have
ad, though,
all
to me.
different types. Where they're like,
Rocket
I'll give you like $500 if you can tell me how many subscriptions you buy or you have. And they're like 3. They're like, I pay for Netflix, yada and yada. And he's like, okay, download this app. It tells you what you're paying for and like tracks this and yada yada. It goes over time.
I do see that.
And then they download it and they're like, oh my god, I'm spending $500 on subscriptions.
I don't
Yeah,
use.
they're all the same.
Yeah.
Like I was scrolling, and I was like, dude, Rocket Money has some large marketing budgets.
Did they?
Holy crap.
Did it catch you? Did you want to download it?
No, I did download it actually.
Did you?
Like
How'd that go?
8 months ago.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was a little free trial. You know me and that free trial. I could have been
Right,
there, and then I
right.
cancel it before it's done.
Right.
It was a cute little moment. There wasn't necessarily things that I didn't know,
Yeah.
but it was interesting to see like
How-
what comes out of your account and when and stuff like that. And it like
Okay.
kind of creates a budget for you, which I had a budget, but like it was cute to compare. You know, it was like cute, the little budget or whatever.
Okay.
You know, so I had it. It was cute. It was awesome. Whatever. There was one thing that it was on there. I was like, "What is that?" And then it cancels it for you too, which was nice. So I used it and it
Oh.
canceled it or whatever. Not that this is sponsorship for Rocket Money. I wish. We're like, this episode is brought by Rocket
We're
Money.
like, actually.
That's why they're talking about it. No, I wish. But then I deleted it
Oh, okay.
and never thought about it again.
How much
until
is it
last
a
week.
month?
Probably
To do
$10
the same
or
thing.
something.
I feel like you just need that free trial. I literally got a free trial for, was it Tubi? I don't fucking know. Some random ass video
Yeah.
streaming just to
Yeah.
watch one movie.
Did you really?
What movie was that, actually?
What's worth that? Because like, what if you forget? But it's like on your phone. Like you could. It's really easy to cancel.
No, it was a movie just came out. I don't know. I think it was like
Wicked?
2. No, it wasn't Wicked. My sister Cindy just
Still
saw
haven't
that. I
seen
said
that.
period. I haven't either. I was gonna watch it on Apple TV. I think it was Apple TV actually. Now that I think about it, I don't know what movie it was. I saw the new Venom.
How was that?
Pretty good.
Joe loves Venom.
I love Venom.
You would love
I
Venom.
eat Venom.
Moving on. Have you seen the Facebook page about Are We Dating the Same Man?
No, but I have an idea of what that means.
It means what it says.
Are we
it's
dating the
the-
same man?
No, they post a picture of this guy
Yeah.
and they go, "Is anyone in the world?" It's like a nationwide thing,
Holy
and they're like,
shit.
"Is anyone dating this man currently?"
I need to get on there.
And
Let's
then
see.
people are like, "Yeah, he's he's texting me. I saw him that like crazy shit." And then some are like, "No, like you're safe, girl." Like
yeah.
the girls are in the comments. They're like, "You're
The
safe,
girls
girl."
are
Period.
girling.
Girls
It's
are
like the girls in
girling.
the bathroom.
Exactly.
The girls are girling.
What's crazy about it is that that's where the society has gone, where there are
Yeah.
nationwide Facebook pages that are like, "Our guys,
Yeah.
let's put it out there."
You know what's
Or
crazy?
they'll do like random shit where it's like his sweatshirt, like they couldn't put a picture of him, and it's like the sweatshirt, and it's like, has anyone seen the sweatshirt recently? Or like, it's so crazy.
Were you on there looking?
No, I was just scrolling. Well, first of all, I'm never on Facebook. I don't even know how to work Facebook. We have a Facebook account
That's
for the
true.
podcast, and I can't figure it out. I can't manage it. It's a rough time. But I was scrolling because when Mom posts stuff, I go through a page and catch up. So I was scrolling on whatever, and it came up, and I didn't like click on it, but I knew about it prior, and it made me remember it. But
That's legit.
the girls are girling.
I fucking
on
love that.
Facebook.
It's like they have their own like secret service.
I know. Honestly, if I was dating somebody, maybe I'd jump in there. You know what I mean? As like,
That's
anyone.
crazy.
Imagine I put Joel on there and like, yeah, I was on FaceTime. I'm like,
how the fuck do you have time?
wait up,
How the
fucking minute.
No, that's where I was at. I was like, I would have to put Mark on there because like, when would he have time to do that?
Right.
But also like these men,
No,
you
these
never
men,
know.
Trifling.
You never
okay?
know. Like
You be hearing the craziest stories.
Loki.
And let me be a part of those stories.
Stories
Yeah.
that Tristan was telling us were funny.
Tristan needs to be on the pod immediately.
Yeah.
She was so funny.
She's hilarious.
She was like, she would always be like, oh, like, I don't know, like, I'm just, not that she's like, she didn't never say she's like innocent or whatever.
Yeah.
But she would like say things that were kind of like, oh, you know, and then she would go into like this crazy ass story. And I'm like, hold
literally.
on.
She's like, I like once woke up
With the
with
TV
the
on
TV
me.
on me. I was like, and you were like, what?
Wait,
Huh?
I fell out
What?
with, but the way that she says her stories, she acts like they're so nonchalant.
Yeah.
I told Joel about the circumcised story immediately, the minute I got home. I said, you have to hear this story. You have to. It was so
She
good.
would be a good one to get on the pod.
Yeah, that's
for
funny.
sure.
Anyway, what do you want to get into?
I feel like I already talked about that. My investments. Apparently, have you heard of Bitcoin?
What is this, 2012?
Have you heard
If
of
you
Bitcoin?
would have gotten to Bitcoin in like 2012, you'd be rich right now, but we're in 2025.
So apparently, with Donald Trump in office,
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin is right now, if you were to invest, it would quadruple over the 4 years. Matt,
Is it monopoly money? What is it?
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
My manager just got a good chunk of money from like his mom's retirement fund or something. I was like,
Fun.
lucky duck. Like, do you want to pay all my bills or what?
Right.
And I was like, what about your debt? Like, he's like, what debt? And I was like, what do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he's like, I have this job that would pay for like my bills and stuff. And I was like, so you have no debt? He's like, yeah, like maybe a couple grand. I'm like, he didn't go to school or anything though. So I'm like, oh, got it. Anyways, so he was talking to me about how he's gonna use that chunk of money
Mm-hmm.
and invest in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 years, once Trump leaves office, he's gonna take it out.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly it's supposed to go up a profit of 600 and some crazy
Supposedly?
ass percent or something. But it's highly unreliable. It's highly
Mm-hmm.
like it could crash. I don't really know. Investing, we still have to get into that.
Well, the
figuring out
thing
how to invest
is
and
like
stuff, but-
investing is gambling. I
Yep.
feel like you're gambling with your money.
Mhm.
And at this stage in my life, I don't have a dime to gamble.
Right.
A dime. I'm not even gonna go to a gas station and get a scratch off. The fuck? I need that $2.
Yeah.
But the minute I have some money, I don't know if Bitcoin's gonna be.
That's what I said.
I don't know. I don't foresee me.
I don't
ever
know.
doing
I would
it.
have to do a lot of research to figure out like what. I
The
don't know. That's a
word
whole
throws
different
me
ball
off.
game, dude. Stocks and investing.
It
like,
sounds like the
it's a
cash
big
that
world.
Zayden gives us in his room. He's like, here's $20. Go get. I'm like, this doesn't work actually at the gas
Yeah.
station.
And I'm like, but you can win some money off that. Like that's crazy. But then
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea, dude.
I'd rather
But
like win the lottery. So don't know if that's gonna happen.
I don't know if that's gonna happen
ever.
It's like 1 in a billion.
It's also taxed. So the fuck.
There
Crazy
goes
how that
majority
works.
of my money.
That's all of it. Thank you.
That's actually wild. America would do some shit like that. But
No, they totally
That doesn't
would.
make sense. Or that makes sense. All the way.
Adam Sandler script. What's that about?
Oh yeah. Did you see how he was dressed in did you see that whole thing?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, where he's dressed like he normally dressed at the Grammys, and then
Right.
the host was like, Adam Sandler, why are you dressed like that?
Right. It was kind of
And he's
funny.
like, nobody knew.
I don't know, I
And
watched it like 3 times. It was kind
I
of funny.
saw you watch it, actually. I saw you watch it
It was
multiple times.
kind of funny.
I think you reposted it.
I thought it was pretty good.
I think you sent it to me too.
I
So
thought-
I'm like, it's not as funny.
No,
It definitely gives like very SNL skit, and you don't
Yeah.
like SNL. I
I
watch
know.
SNL every week.
Yeah, I know, and I just
You just thought it was
it's definitely
so
scripted.
funny.
I thought it was good.
Well, yeah.
That's actually kind of all I wanted to say. I didn't,
that
that
you
makes
loved
sense.
it?
No, that makes sense that you
That they
you,
made that script for you at this point.
Yeah, I was like, that's so Adam Sandler. You know what I mean?
Right. Except it was planned.
Yeah.
If it wasn't planned, that would be lit. But it was clearly scripted.
I hate him.
I know, doesn't that ruin it a little bit?
Fuck, dude.
You still think it's funny though.
I do. I was like,
It doesn't matter.
I was like, that's funny. Chalamet.
What?
So you didn't see it. So you didn't fucking see it.
Wait, when he was like, nobody knew I was dressed like this until you pointed it out in his like
Yeah.
voice. In
Yeah.
his voice that he normally does. Yeah.
Yeah, and
what
then
else?
at the end, he goes up to Timothy Chalamet and he's like,
I
Chalamet.
didn't see that.
Oh my
I didn't see that
God.
part.
Yeah, because you thought it was stupid. You
I think
clicked
I
off
was
of
like,
it.
skip. Did you see?
So why don't you think? I mean, it went on for a minute. I was like, all right. At the end, he's like, Chalamet. That's why it was funny.
Speaking of Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah, I heard that he's like trying to be the greatest or some shit.
the greatest
What
of all
movies
time.
is he even in, dude?
I don't know.
That's
There's
what I'm
actually an
saying.
ad that's also working overtime, just like Rocket Money. That's on Peacock, and it's like him. He's like impersonating someone, so a singer or someone, in this like an old.
The only reason I know who
singer.
he is because he's dating Kylie Jenner, or is he even dating
His
Kylie
digital
Jenner?
footprint is one of the funniest things I've ever watched in my entire life. Actually, they'll go through like TikTok videos, and it shows like from the beginning of when he started life,
Yeah.
you know, until now. And he might be the funniest motherfucker I've ever watched on social media. He's hilarious. All of his
Timothy?
like, no, he's funny.
Is he?
He also hosted SNL like 2 or 3 times. They have the funniest skits. They're so
Interesting.
funny.
I feel like I don't even know what movies. I think he's in Dune. Isn't he
Oh, I
playing
don't
Dune?
actually know him as an actor.
Oh.
I only know him as a personality.
Oh,
He might be a phenomenal actor. I have no idea.
interesting.
I know him as just being funny. Like he's just like a
I saw that.
celebrity.
Don't they have like the Chalamet?
Chalamet.
She
Now
was-
that's gonna be stuck in my
Dude,
head.
that shit was hilarious, bro. The Chalamet lookalike contest. That
Yeah.
shit's kind of funny.
Yeah,
And he showed up to one.
Did he really?
Yeah.
See, he would. No
Yeah.
other celebrity who's shown up. He
There's
would be the
another one who showed up to one too. I don't remember who it is. Probably another one. boy.
Penn Badgley or something. There's a bunch. There's a bunch of them.
That's legit.
Yeah,
Should we do one for Zendaya?
yeah. I'm not showing up. That would be the most humbling experience that anyone has ever set me up for. And you would do some stupid shit where you're like, meet me at the park at this time. And I show up, I'm looking for Daijah. All of a sudden, I'm surrounded by Zendaya lookalikes. And they're like, you really think you look like her? I'm like, that's embarrassing. First of all, I
That's
never once
so-
said I did.
That's actually
I
so
just
funny
get
that she
told.
said that, bro.
That's crazy.
Because I did not think about it until now.
You would
to
100%
do
set me
that.
up. That would be like me setting you up for like
we would have
the
to live in like New
Rihanna,
York or something.
You know?
Yeah, like that's so fucking.
No, that's humbling. That's humbling because you look nothing like her. But one person has told you in your life that you look like her, so you ran
multiple.
with
Don't play games.
it.
with me.
Okay, 5.
Don't come
And
for the
you
5.
said, yeah, and ran with it. You took it. You took it and ran with it, actually. That's crazy. And you know what actually happened to me? What actually happened to me is because I get told it all the time.
Oh my god.
All the time.
It's
So-
hilarious.
So I thought that we could just do this. I thought we could tell people what they look like when it's clearly obvious. This girl looked like Amy Schumer.
Who? When?
No. There's a patient in my chair
Oh.
at work,
Yeah.
and she was like a spitting image of her.
Yeah.
And I just watched the interview with her, and so I know what Amy Schumer looks like.
Mhm.
I'm looking at her, and I thought this girl got this all the time, right? Because I worded it like people say to me
Right.
when they go, "I know you probably heard this before."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Here we go."
Here we go.
So I thought that was what was gonna happen. I was like, she's like, I'm like, I go, I know you probably gotten this before. And instead, she goes, what? And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, has anyone ever told you that you look like Amy Schumer? And she goes, no one's ever said that. The amount of silence I heard, I swear to God, I could hear a pin drop. Doctor just looks up at me.
It's like, oh.
I know. Oh. Because it's not like Not that there's any like compare in regards to like beauty, but it's not like I was like, hey, has anyone ever told you look like Megan Fox? Like someone would be like, no, but thank you.
Right.
Amy Schumer's beautiful, but I go, you look like Amy Schumer, and she was just like, oh, no one's ever
She
told
probably
me
has
that.
no idea who she is.
I don't
She's
know.
funny. That's a compliment.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What?
It didn't land, okay? And it wasn't even trying to be funny. She genuinely looked exactly like her.
Right. You're like, I'm not even trying to be
No,
nice.
I really thought it was going to be an interaction that I've experienced, you know, and they're like, hear it all the time, you know. Instead, it was, no one's ever told me that. And I was like, oh.
That is the funniest story.
I was like, okay,
you
another
said today.
assistant to switch out. Oh, nope, just me in here. All
You're
right.
like, oh, okay.
Guess I'll just continue this awkward transaction. Cool.
Was it like early in the...
Early. It was right in the beginning, actually, before we actually did the operation.
Doctor looks up at you like...
We're like, I don't know. I never like talked to her about it, but I swear everyone saw it. Clearly, she thought she looked like it, but didn't say anything.
Right.
But she just looked up because we have masks on.
Oh.
But she just looked up at me because there was
probably started laughing.
dead silence. She just looked up at me, and I was like, I just went back down. I was like, I actually cannot continue, but I have to. So I'm like, this is what I do to make rent.
That's
Awkward.
wild.
Dude, it was horrible. Anyway, she looked exactly like Amy Schumer, let me tell you.
Wow.
Rough.
It's rough for you, buddy.
Yeah. Would you go to any lookalikes, though?
No. I would want to see one.
You'd show up to one?
Like, dude, if they, like, were, like...
You're, like, behind a bush in Central Park?
Yeah, they were... No, if they did, like... Someone good-looking, obviously. Not some little white boy. Like...
They're like a Michael B. Jordan lookalike. Deja's just out scouting.
I'd like... I'm networking. I'm like, put this wristband if you're single. Put this wristband if you're networking, because I'm networking.
She's like, just taking a stroll through the park.
I'm like, what a nice day. Who's that one guy that just
You're like, just taking my dog for a while.
Tiana Taylor? Who was that one guy? He's fine.
Tiana Taylor? Who's that?
Tina
Turner?
I was gonna say Tina Turner. It's Tiana Taylor.
Who is that?
I just showed you her Oscars picture with that one guy who...
Oh! Mufasa.
Yes.
Aaron. Pierre. That one.
Yes. If
He
there was...
is
I'm sorry.
fine.
If there was...
I
Like,
don't think anyone in the world looks
That's
like
what I'm
that
saying.
man.
It's all like...
What?
White people. White people, bro. They all look alike.
Yeah, I'm not showing up to a Timothy Chalamet
I have
lookalike.
like customers come in. They're like, "Do you remember me? Remember me?" I'm like,
No.
You look like every other bitch in this fucking.
You're a Caucasian.
in this white ass town. Like, no, I don't remember you. You know why you remember me? Because I'm the only curly headed bitch in this town.
Right. Which you like to use against me sometimes.
You feel me?
You feel
type
me.
shit.
Crazy.
I didn't know your hair was that long. Don't fucking.
Ugh.
Don't
See, that's the
talk to
comment
me.
right there.
Don't talk to me.
That's the comment right there. You guys think you're being endearing and sweet and nice when you're like, oh my god, it's actually so long. Actually, what the fuck's that about?
Right.
Why'd you throw that word up in there? First of all, you don't even have to say it. First of all,
We know. We know.
we're aware. I have it on my head. Thank you
We
very
know.
much.
We live with this mess.
Ooh, it's a rough time.
Yeah, bro. They have me all types
People
of
don't
stuff.
even get it.
No.
Like, you do like a wash and go every day, don't you?
Depends. I've been in a lot of slick backs lately
Mm-hmm.
because I've been busy, girl.
I feel like my hairs just can't I can't I have to get it wet every day. Like I've tried the bonnet, all the tricks and tips and whatever.
Yeah, my shit. It has to be
Yeah.
wet.
I wish I could do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
bro.
this is day 5. How? Huh?
Mm-mm.
What have you been doing?
That's
no
what
work,
my
huh?
stylist. My stylist says that to me, and I'm like,
But if you have to put your hair up for
How?
work, like how?
exactly.
Like my hair can't. Like I can't. Like
That's
put
what
it
I
in a
told her.
loose,
I
like-
was like, I can't. I have to put my hair.
Well, your actually has to be down.
No, actually,
So where were you going?
I'm sorry.
No, where were you?
Starbucks.
Going? Okay.
When I worked at Starbucks, I put my hair up in
Yeah.
in a bun,
Yeah.
and so it's slicked back.
Yeah.
These hairs up here. So then when I went to go get my curly head cut, she's like, "That's not good for your hair." And I was like, "Babe, I don't work at a salon that I can just have my look cute every day."
Well, honestly, my hair is flourishing, and I do. Well, I look like this.
I'm
4
gonna
days a
keep
week.
pushing my cut back.
Yeah, I was telling Mom about it.
Yeah, what'd she
She
say?
was like, she was trying to defend you a little bit, and I was like,
Period.
yeah. Well, until later on in the car. That's my confession. Moving on.
Let's get into it.
Well, let's just go back to the curly hair for just a second. Before I ruin. Yeah, take that. So we were talking about your
Okay.
hair, and I was like, she needs to stop cutting it as much. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I rarely ever cut my hair. Like, I'll only cut it if I straighten it, and that's just because there's, the straggly little ends. But you don't really see those straggly ends with curly hair as much. So I, never cut it. Not that I, believe you should never cut your hair. I just I'm lazy, Just like I don't shave. Like, I just don't cut my hair. It's just not a thing. Yeah, so I just don't cut it. So I was telling Mom, I was I think she should stop getting it cut. I know she likes the shape of it.
Yeah.
I know that's why she gets it done.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's, setting you back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I know you're looking for length, right? Or are you not looking for length?
I'm just looking for healthy hair at this point.
Well,
it's growing. It's not. I think I wanted more of a shape, and then I thought I wanted my bangs back.
Mm-hmm.
But then I decided not to go with the bangs when I went in, and then it was too high up because also my hair wasn't colored for a while, and coloring weighs it down, and now it looks fine.
You did color your hair, didn't you?
Black.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You've never gone lighter.
No, I'm gonna if I get the job though.
If you get what job?
Any job.
Any job. That's my reward. Any job, I'm gonna color my hair.
Yeah, I want to switch it up. If I get either a big girl job of some sort.
Right. Cutesy. That's just my opinion.
Like a little highlight, maybe. I don't know, like a low highlight.
A little caramel.
I don't know. I've never. I mean, I've done it.
Are you willing to bleach it
in a safe manner? Yes.
Well, it's never safe.
But it can professional.
It can be done.
Yes.
And it can
in a healthy way.
Damages. Lessons.
I think they look cute.
No, I think so too. You've never done that, which could be a moment.
I know. New year, new me.
Could be
question mark.
I mean, you've had a lot of hair eras.
No, we know.
Just never.
No, we know.
Should be no.
No,
we don't have to get into it.
We already talked about it.
No, you've done a lot with your hair, just not getting it lighter. Cutesy. When I did the opposite, I fried that bitch off.
Right. You're in your health journey.
My hair is really, really long.
And the curls are curling.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's almost to my butt crack.
Right.
So that's cutesy.
Like
when I'm showering, because you know how the water weighs it down.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, calm down.
You're wait a
minute.
Wait.
It's a little far, don't you think? I'm like,
there.
Bro.
You're like,
I'm like, I have a boyfriend. Calm down, So yeah.
That's wild.
Hannah Burner. I feel like we've been pushing this topic off.
Yeah.
Because it's a tough circumstance.
No, we're gonna talk about your confession and then we're gonna get into
I thought we were gonna ride on past that.
No. I don't know why you're getting so
sorry,
nervous.
Mom.
I don't know why you're so
it's
nervous.
hers.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, after the hair conversation, I don't know how the conversation transpired. Okay,
I'm listening.
I did not push the conversation.
But
But I was open to hearing what she had to say. Okay, so she was like, she had to preface it before she even got into it. And she was like, she's like, in no way am I trying to say that any of my kids are ugly. Everyone's beautiful and yada yada yes and this and this and this.
Sorry, what?
And she was like, but when Mom gets a little serious and she kind of slows her tone down. She goes, but she said, I think you might be the prettiest. She goes, all my kids are beautiful. She said it already. She's like, oh my God, they're all so beautiful or whatever.
Oh.
And she goes, but she's like, honest. She goes, honestly, I think you're the prettiest of them. And me, I'm like, Avi, I been knew that shit, the fuck. And she was like, and she kept being like, no, but they're all so beautiful. But you might be the prettiest. She said it 3 times.
So basically, she said I'm the ugliest.
Basically,
is that what you heard?
She's like, they're all beautiful in their own ways. This and that. And she said, no, she actually called you cute. She said you're very adorable, your face, you're very welcoming and
it's my freckles. She called me dirty. I'm
no,
dirty.
we both said we love your freckles. She said her Daijah's freckles are this, and I was like, no, I love them. I'm very annoyed that I don't have freckles, but she did say that I'm the prettiest of all of you, and she called you cute. You're cute. You're cute.
That's basically like
You know what I do to
our-
Goose every day? That's what she did to you.
all right.
It wasn't
well,
exactly like that,
I mean,
but
you know,
no, my ego out the car.
no.
let
I
me
mean,
tell
if that's
ya.
how you feel, bro, that's how you feel.
I was like, I already do this, but my own mother. You know when mothers aren't supposed to take sides, pick favorites. I'm like,
here
no.
we go.
No,
Here
I'm
we
like,
go.
no, I'm the best and the prettiest, and you know. And what was crazy is we were on our way to your house.
Wow.
So she said that crazy comment and then showed up on your doorstep.
On God, for some food, probably. It's crazy.
What did we do?
I don't know.
That was crazy. Did that ruin your mood a little bit?
Not really.
Fantastic.
That's
That's my confession. You guys went to Taco Cello.
that wasn't nearly as bad as
Nowhere-
that. conversation.
Nowhere on the same.
that
not
wasn't
on-
even on the same spectrum, bro.
Not even on the same playing field. We're on
Oh
different universes.
my God.
What was I supposed to not tell you?
Oh my God.
And your bestie.
I feel like we could have went a little bit. I'm telling you something like
Just like, I feel violated.
oh my God.
And I did that on a public
Because now I have to bring it
platform.
up. and
No,
it's gonna
she's
be
gonna-
a whole thing.
Should you let her hear it first, or are you gonna confront her
I'm
about
definitely
it?
gonna talk about it
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna be in the back like. She's gonna deny it.
I'm
You think
like,
she's gonna
I'm
deny
gonna be
it.
like, oh, so you called me an ugly bitch,
She's
right?
gonna go, I never said that.
I never. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
I'm gonna go,
Well, that's what you fucking meant. You said I'm
Hey.
a dirty, ugly bitch, mom. Thanks.
Mom, it's what you said.
You were like,
You know?
if the shoe fits,
I'm
wear
like, you
it,
gotta
bitch.
own up to the words, mama.
That's
Ugh.
that's so.
I'm in the
I
back
have her.
looking in the mirror
Hey,
like-
I have her cheeks, so that's crazy.
She said you were very cute.
No, stop fucking calling
I
me
don't know
cute.
if cute was the word, but that's basically what she said.
But whatever.
She was like, "You're the prettiest. My kids are ugly. Deja's like kind of cutesy a little bit. Like, whatever." Oh, it was awesome.
Sydney's funny.
Had
that
to-
wasn't even a.
Had
That
to
wasn't.
be there.
That wasn't even like
no,
you
put
confessed
her on
anything.
blast. And how am I still the favorite? I have no idea.
You're the
I'm-
meanest. She's the meanest out of all of
100
us.
I'm real. You thought I was
No.
gonna let you live
Not-
the rest of your life without knowing that information? No, I'm a real one.
You're not fucking
That's like
real.
some random
You're
bitch coming up
mean.
being
You're
like, bro,
mean.
Deja said this, whatever. I'm be like, dang, I gotta tell her that, you know, like, I'll be. I can't let that shit slide.
Dude, you're trifling.
It's like you having a booger.
You're trifling.
Bitch,
as
you have a
fuck.
booger.
You're trifling.
And
as
your mother
fuck.
thinks you're ugly. The fuck? Just kidding. Mom's like not gonna talk to
No,
me.
like that was kind of a lot.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'll let you get through the weekend.
You'll let me get through the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me have a little bit of time
I'll let you get through the
before
weekend.
you ruin my moment. Yeah.
We'll get to the beginning of the week. Yeah.
Drop it on her like a bomb when I'm at work.
I will.
I'm gonna be like, sorry, I have patients. I can't talk right now.
She's like, why'd you tell me?
I'm busy.
I'm like, you hate my guts. Noted.
Maybe Dad thinks you're the prettiest.
I mean, I am. So.
Well, that's your opinion. It's clearly not our mother's opinion, even though she birthed you.
You know.
Also, guys, we found out that she had a C-section. In case we talked about it on the pod.
I know. She said she had
Oh yeah, vaginal birth.
all
All of her kids were
All-
vaginal with
all
no
4.
epidural. Any of them.
Jesus Christ.
No
that's
medication.
That's Wonder Woman.
No, that's Wonder Woman.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
I was like, ooh.
I was like,
What? And when we were talking about it, it was in a public environment, and we may have been screaming about it.
yeah.
But that's okay.
No ep? I didn't know that.
No app. Yeah, she made sure she slid that one in there right after.
Oh yeah, dude. That's like
Yeah.
a boss lady move,
It's a
bro.
stamp of Wonder Woman.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Don't think I'm gonna
I'm
be able
s-
to do that one.
I'm scared of her.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah.
Don't say shit. I knew you were gonna say something about me being ugly, bro. You're like, you're an ugly duckling. I'm like,
Well,
all right,
you know,
whatever.
I didn't say the words. I just may have agreed with it, but that's all right.
All right. We have 3 more things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
One is Alex Cooper and the Unwell.
Yeah. Did we already talk
Thoughts?
about this?
We did. We talked it over wine, though. Should we give them our thoughts, though, on it? Since
okay.
it's new.
Is it new though?
Is it?
Maybe it was
happened
just
last week.
maybe it was just like a rumor then, and now it's like for realsies.
True. It was a rumor like a month ago.
Yeah.
I feel like we did talk about this. They use each other when they needed to use each other.
Yeah.
And now they're both doing different things.
Yeah.
Period, point blank.
now that I'm like in PR and like understanding public relations and strategies and stuff like that, I'm noticing it a lot more. Where like what her publicist is telling her to say and not to say, and they're both just being very quiet.
Yep.
Which is probably key
Mhm.
because let them say the wrong thing and then it's a whole thing.
It keeps
Because once one says something, the other has to say something, and then it's a back and forth thing, and it's a whole thing. But as long as everyone's silent, you're just letting the public kind of do whatever they want to do and make interpretations, and which could be
I
false.
feel like that's a boss lady move too.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't
Sometimes the
know.
best response is no response.
I have no predictions. I have no idea. I don't think she's going to Barstool.
No.
I don't know what she's doing.
I watched the Brie chicken fry and the fuck's his name?
Do you
Not
think-
David.
Do you think Brianna Chicken Fry likes Josh?
Oh,
You don't get that vibe?
sometimes.
There's
but-
always videos of like these are best friends who one's in love with the other and can't say anything.
yeah.
And then you see like montages of edited a certain way, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, she's probably in love with him, but probably not.
I mean,
Most likely
that
not.
might be her type. Who knows? They've been also known each other for a while,
I know. And you know how those relationships
right?
they start as a podcast friendly, funny, haha, and then you're like, wait, he's funny. Humor is
Yep.
the way to a girl's
True.
vagina.
True. Are you drunk, bro?
No, I meant to say heart, but I thought it was gonna be funny, and it didn't land.
It was interesting. That's for sure.
Okay.
Anyway, they're both business women, and I think they're doing their own thing. And boss girl move, do your thing. That's what we feel,
Yeah.
right? That sums everything up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we already talked about what our opinions were, so I feel like nothing changed.
We'll talk about the Hannah Berner thing, and then we'll end on a funny, lighter note.
Okay.
Is that good? All right, Hannah Berner and the Megan, that's my girl. Interview. You can take it away.
I know it ain't the stallion. Sorry. I think it's a touchy topic because Hannah Berner and Paige Zorbo, Giggly Squad, love them. And so when I see them in a bad situation, I'm like, ugh, because all
It's
the
tough.
videos are like, Paige, drop Hannah. I'm like, the worst thing for you is Hannah. I'm like, that's sad. That's her best friend.
I
But-
think Hannah says a lot of things, but she's also a comedian. So I feel like that's her shtick. Her shtick sometimes. Because I've heard her say, like, not like outlandish stuff. Like, I just think that she didn't think things through fully, which I've also heard other comments, like, or listening to the podcast. I was like, that was kind of a dumb thing to say, but, like, that's her shtick. Like, she's very, la, 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 and Paige's.
I don't know about that. I don't know about Paige being
Well, but yeah.
their whole vibe is like
true. That's true.
I think from watching Summer House,
Oh, yeah.
the reason that she got such a bad edit and portrayal is because she doesn't think when she talks, and she just kind of word vomits and just says things and thinks
I'm sure she was overwhelmed.
thinks it's funny or just like is like, oh, what's
Yeah.
going on or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's leads to certain things. But Hannah's always done that. Did she have any ill intent? No.
Probably not, no.
But it just shows. I think it shows why journalists are a thing. Why
Mhm.
journalists and reporters and people in those industries are meant to be on that
Yeah,
platform
the lines
rather
have been
than
getting
like
blurred
an
lately.
influencer or a podcaster. It's like, I know they're going down different avenues to get different audiences, which is a great strategy and marketing strategy.
Yep.
But certain things like this come up and you're like, okay, well, that's why we have reporters who
That
are
could have been-
educated and do their
yes.
research and
Yes, that could
know
have
how
been
to
easily
properly
avoided.
talk.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Like, yeah, it's all fun and like cutesy, but also
Yeah.
when stuff like this happens, it's like that could have been avoided. And
Yeah.
if you would have taken one media class, that could have been avoided.
Right.
That's why I'm grateful for like the knowledge
Education.
that we both do know
Mhm.
about stuff like that, because when once we get to that level, we are able to do
Mhm.
that type of
Do not clip this when we say some weird shit. Something that we shouldn't have said. Do not clip this part where we go, I'm glad we know all the things that we know. We don't know
love
everything,
it.
but we have a good background.
Yes.
I'm not saying that Hannah doesn't have a good background.
Right. We just
but-
have an idea of like doing our research and like being ready for something.
Well, when
like
you're
that.
put on such a big platform, I feel like you're not forced to. Clearly, you're not forced to.
Yeah.
But you should do some type of like planning or research or
I
something.
mean, also, who knows? Like, maybe we don't know. Like, maybe they weren't even supposed to um, interview her, and it was kind of like out of the blue. Like, she came up to their stand
Well, when I was
because it's
listening
like a red carpet,
when
isn't
I
it? They're
was listening
walking
to
and they
their
kind of
podcast, it doesn't sound like it's an organized structure. It sounds like they put people out there. They're not required to like have questions or like turn. Just what it sounded like.
yeah.
But it just sounds like anybody could come up to them or get sent to them because I'm
Yep.
sure it's their publicist being like, "Oh, go here, or go
Yep.
there, or whatever,"
Yep.
or if there's stations or however it works. But
Mhm.
it doesn't sound like they knew who they were going to be interviewing. It doesn't sound like they had any type of
Yeah.
outline of what should be talked about
Yep.
and what not should be talked about.
Mhm.
It just kind of like they threw on a carpet and then kind of
Yeah.
saw what happened.
I mean, in general, I feel like they talk about a lot of pop culture, and
Mhm.
so I feel like
Yeah.
that just could have been avoided for sure.
Yeah, I honestly I wonder where it stems from. Like that comment would have never come out of my mouth, so that's what makes me wonder. Like,
Well, right,
Right.
It was kind of an oddball
without
kind of comment,
right.
too.
With all that being said, and we understand there was no ill intent and whatever, it's also like, huh?
It's interesting to why she went straight to that.
Yeah, like,
especially listening to Meg's
it
music.
just
That's the
doesn't
same as
make
listening
any
to
sense.
Glorilla's music.
And
Like,
I'm
it's
sure
like
Aaron didn't even know like what microaggression was
Right.
or like all those terms.
Yep.
Like most people do not know all that stuff.
Yeah.
But just the baseline of the fact, it's like, huh?
Yeah.
That doesn't
That
make
was
sense.
definitely like,
No,
even if you weren't.
Why would you say not? Why would you say that? But like, explain to me what your thought process.
Especially going
was
off of
with it.
Paige's comment. Paige was literally like, "I start my day listening to you."
Yeah,
That's like, give me good energy,
which
bad
is
bitch
like
vibes,
confidence.
and like, yeah.
Well, my thing was she made the comment, and then Hannah was like, "Nah, throw that fighting stuff out the window and be a bad whatever." And then she made another comment, kind of like backing up what she said,
Yeah.
without knowing that she backed up what she said.
Yeah.
And you could tell Megan was like, "Oh, what?"
She's like, "That's not what I said."
Yeah, like fighting.
Yeah.
And everyone, like, you could tell, like, we showed my mom the clip and she's not I wouldn't put her on a red carpet, let me say that. Like, she doesn't say the right things when you're supposed to say them.
Right.
But and she doesn't know a lot about like pop culture and like stuff like that.
Yep.
But even her, like, when it came out of her mouth, she was like, and then we stopped the video. We're like, you tell me what stuck out to you. Like, out of that whole thing, I want you, before we say anything, you let me know what you heard. And
Right.
she was like, what was that fighting comment about? And I'm like, no, we don't know.
Nope. Yep. Right in the now.
No, we don't actually know.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Right. We thought you know. Did you know? Because we don't know.
Huh? I was like,
I'm like, went to the comments, still couldn't figure it
I'm
out.
not even kidding you. I like watched it and I was like, ooh. I was like, that's not. No.
You're like, not that I say the best things, but I'm like,
dude, bring in like fucking. Who talked about gun violence and fighting all the time? One of
Who?
those rappers, bro.
I don't know any rappers.
The shit that Joel listens to, bro.
Joel doesn't listen to that either. He listens to all the rap that has like deep meaning and shit. I'm like,
Oh, whatever.
hey, I'm like, he doesn't listen to that.
Lil Babies, the babies, all the babies.
I don't know what baby.
Did you hear about Lil Baby?
No, what
Getting
happened to
in
Lil
a
Baby?
I actually don't know which rapper this is, by the way. I know his name's Little Baby,
Or,
and
like,
I know
rapper.
Yeah, one of the rappers. He's
Right.
one of the Lils.
Lil
Lil
Yachty?
Baby,
No.
I know who Lil Yachty
Yeah.
is.
He's, like, older.
Apparently filmed a music video in Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
near like a gang related area,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was a shootout between two different gangs, and a 13-year-old died. Innocent 13-year-old died. So now he's going to court for kind of like, he knew that there was a gang related war going on in that area.
Okay.
And so he's winning anyway, knowing that knowledge.
Wait, why does this fall on him? Did they
Because he kind of like stirred the pot, I think.
by making the music video?
I think so. I don't really get all the facts. That's just what I heard. Those are like, that's like the cusp of what
I'm
I heard.
understanding the concept of it all. I just don't know the legality of it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, like he basically like started the shootout or something.
Started
or
it.
stir
like
the pot
or
enough
like
to
put
piss off
put
people.
fuel on the fire.
I think
or
so, something
something
like that. Like there was already shit going on. He
Right.
went in to that area knowing that, and
Knowing stuff was going
someone
on.
innocent passed.
Was it something that he said or
I have no
that
idea.
his people did?
No idea.
Weird.
I would have to look into it.
That's
more,
us
but
coming into the podcast with no knowledge.
no
We're
knowledge.
just off the dome
Just
on that
curious.
Just
I just
curious.
saw through my TikTok scroll.
No, how long ago was that?
I want to say this week. Justice is the one who told me about it.
Oh,
Our
right.
sister. She told me about the story, and she's like, "Is that sad?" I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
fucked up." I said,
No, yeah.
"How did we get to that point?
Yeah.
And why would we go in an area like that if we?" But
Well, maybe he's like from that area.
I have no
You
idea.
know, they always go like their home city or
yeah.
whatever, but
I
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I would have to. Maybe I'll give you an update on that if I decide to look into
No,
it.
please do.
All right, a little lighthearted. We're gonna talk about bridal makeup.
What was the Caroline comment?
Oh, when she was drunk with us at the show and was like, "Right now they look cute,
They look
but
cute, but
give
they're
it a
gonna
minute,
look cool.
they're gonna look cool."
I'm like, are they?
I was like,
I
putting
remember
it on
in the
pod.
moment being just a girl. We're like, no, they're gonna look so cool. We're
Yeah.
like laughing, and then now
And
I'm
we're
like, are they?
were they?
Are they
No,
gonna look
they
cool?
weren't.
Maybe. She's so sweet,
Oh my god,
so nice to the
Ma-
point where it's like you don't have to be.
that's
this
what I
nice.
said.
You
That's what I
really
told
don't.
her. I was like, Caroline, you don't have to be this nice to the people. Maybe she does because she. I mean, no, actually,
Maybe she's just that nice, but I'm like,
I mean, she's a nurse, so
Nobody-
she has to deal with a lot of people. in
nobody
general.
is that nice.
exactly.
That nice.
I know.
Like niceness is you can be really nice,
Right.
but like it's like she's always on.
I
You know, she's
know.
always on.
Always on, dude.
On even when drunk, she's on. And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know about you, Caroline.
But she rocks with us,
Right.
so that's why I know.
No, I was like, you're too nice. She's like, I know. I'm
And
like,
I said something like, "Oh, I don't mean to judge. Obviously, judging."
right.
And she was like, "No, you are." I love that. And she goes, "But you're in good company."
Exactly.
And I'm like, "Cute." But
She's
you're
like,
too
"Cute."
nice. No, I like clocked it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I am in good company.
You're like, I'm
Either
right.
you're an op, or you're one of us.
Are you not, Caroline? No, Mom was like, I liked Caroline. I was like,
Yeah.
I was waiting for Mom to say something
Yeah.
because as
Mhm.
she does. She's like, I like that we like got to sit down and talk. I was like, yeah, she's a G.
When did they
bro."
get to sit down and talk?
I don't know when they were. I don't know, probably drunk yapping while we were drunk yapping.
Tea.
I
We were like kind of far from each other. You were on the other side of the table.
Are you gonna start crying?
Okay.
Do you need to have a moment?
Hey, no.
You need to have a moment. I was on the other side of the table. The table was like this big.
Okay, but like I couldn't even hear Mom, let alone the whole table. You also spilled your drink twice.
And
on
I spilled
Nick's
it on
mom the first time, and then you tried to laugh and play it off like it wasn't like a kind of a big deal. No, it was a little bit of a big deal. And then like when you did it the
She
second
came
time,
back to talk to me though.
okay, but like because she got drunk. But like after you did it the second time, I could tell the energy at the table was like, oh, and you were like, you were like, oh my god, I did it again, thinking we were all gonna laugh with you, and me and my
Yeah.
mom were like.
We're like,
Mom's like, I'm like, I clocked it.
no,
Mom.
we
Thank
know, we
you."
know. Yeah,
No,
I was
you're
pretty
so
turned.
funny. You
I was,
tried
like,
to play that
drinking-
one off.
I was drinking Kettle One, Sprite, and a splash of cranberry.
I'm pretty sure that bartender hated me.
You think so?
Yeah, I never went back to
Why?
her. I was like trying to use my brain, but I'm dumb, so I'm like, that wasn't a good concoction. I knew it wasn't good at this.
What's his face asked me if you said something to him about him having a girlfriend.
Huh?
Nick.
I said something to Nick about Nick having a girlfriend.
To the bartender.
Oh, Nick's mom.
Okay.
The mixed bartender. Her name was Sydney. She was at the bar. Nick's mom came up to us, and we were talking about how much we loved Sydney. Me and Mom were like, "Oh my god, we love her, whatever."
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, that's Nick's type." She was going off about how that's Nick's type, and she was just talking to him, trying to set Nick and her up. And I was like, I thought Nick had a girlfriend.
Oh,
and
I see.
Nick's mom I was like, "Have you met Nick's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Have you? I don't know her name."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, have you met her?" And she's like, "Yeah, she was great." And then she kept going on about this bartender, and I was like,
I
"Okay,
was like,
cute."
wait a minute.
Me and Mom being drunk, I'm like, okay, I'm on the side of Nick's mom at this point.
Right,
I've never
right.
met the girlfriend, so
Right.
I'm like, I don't know her. So I'm up there chit-chatting with the bartender because we have the same name and we're mixed and
Yeah.
we're vibing. And I was like, yeah, like Mom was talking Nick up. And I was just like, yeah. And Mom was like, yeah, such a sweet guy. Like, mom was literally trying to set him up.
Oh my
My
god.
mom and Nick's mom were trying to set them up. Whole
Oh.
time, Nick has a girlfriend.
Right.
So I'm confused, and Nick's confused. And the bartender's confused. But Nick's mom and our mom were not confused.
Got
They
it.
had a mission.
They had a mission.
So Nick heard about it from who?
I don't know. He just randomly texted me, and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Never mind. Disregard that." I was like, "Not gonna disregard."
Yeah, this
that,
all started
number
from his
one."
parents.
Hey, number one, not disregarding shit.
Right,
I'm gonna talk
right.
to Sydney about it. I just forgot until
Yeah.
now.
Because I remember hearing about it, and then I was like, wait, his girlfriend? Question mark?
Yeah, Taryn's cool. I thought they were dating. I'm pretty sure this
I'm
is his bio and
pretty sure they're dating.
Instagram.
Yeah, and then I brought it up to the mom because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, here's my chance, right, to get the facts. And I was like, oh, have you met her? And she's like, yeah, she's so great. But this bartender is like his type or whatever. I'm like, oh, see,
What's her name? What was the next one?
I have no idea.
Oh, let's see. All right. Anyway,
After you spilled your drink on her, I was like, oh, no chance for me.
and then she literally walked away. I was like,
No, she did. That was the thing. Like, it wasn't like she laughed with us. She
yeah,
was like,
no.
and back over here. we were still trying to like play it off.
I was like, shit. Dude.
Yeah,
I was pretty fucked up.
That was rough.
I was pretty gone.
Were you? No, you were, because you were in the
I
car
was
like
tipsy.
you're in the car like while Mark is going 900 miles an hour on the freeway swerving, and you're
Oh
like
my
this.
God.
Stop. You're like, Mark, slow down, and me and Mom are in the back like.
You're like, what the
We're like,
fuck's
we're
going
literally
on
like,
right now?
like it was scary, and you were like, you're just so used to it that you're like, oh my god, don't die, like, oh my god.
Yo, what?
No, you're like, slow down, Mark.
Bro, I
Mom's
was
like,
probably
Mark,
just
slow the
drunk.
fuck down.
Yeah.
And she's drunk and she's still yelling at him.
Yeah.
And the fact is, not that he did it once or twice. It was Mom screamed the entire car ride,
Oh my god. I
all
don't
the way to
remember any
Trails
of
at
that.
Hair. She's like, slow down.
Yeah.
And he's like, ah. And I'm like,
I'm like,
I'm in the back because if I say something, I'm gonna get fucking hit or something. Like, no, like Mark's gonna go off on me if I tell him to slow down
oh
because
my god.
I can't say shit. I'm over the back like, you're doing great. Yeah, speed up. Yay, this is so fun.
I'm like, woo! Sydney's like, 100, go 120.
I'm on eggshells around Mark. I'm like, yay, woo! I'm out the window like a fucking dog. I hate speeding. I yell at Joel all the time. The minute he does anything, I'm fuming.
She's like, woo!
but I'm in the back ready to die.
She's like,
Every time I get in the car with
she's
Mark.
like this, crazy, let's go.
Like, even on the way there when Mark was like fake swerving into the
Dude.
car next to him.
Dude,
That whole thing,
I know.
me and Mom are in the back like,
That's why I don't let him drive anymore.
that's wild. And then
As
you're
fuck.
you're up front like you're like trying to like move past it.
yeah.
You're like, ha, like next. And me and Mom are like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude,
like,
literally,
who does that?
bro.
Whew, and that was
Yeah,
sober.
I know. I
So
had to talk to him about that.
that was a lot. I'm like, in your car? That's me.
Yeah.
If Joel drove that way in my goddamn car,
Yeah.
you can do that shit in your own goddamn car by
Right,
yourself.
Right,
bitch.
right.
Not my vehicle.
I know.
Even
I
though I
know.
can't pull out of my own garage. But I was going
Yeah, these are
2 miles an hour.
No, these are like minor details though. No one
yeah,
needed
like
to
let's
even...
not play that into
Right,
it.
right. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we almost died. That was the point of that.
Yep.
But we didn't. But Mark drives that way every time.
I know.
It's not like a one-off thing. It's
I
no.
know.
If you're getting in that car, be prepared.
Be
to,
prepared.
What?
Yep.
I didn't know it was gonna come out of your mouth. I didn't know you were prepared as well. You're dating the man. Every time
That's why
she
I
gets
don't let
in the
him
car.
drive that much anymore.
That's crazy.
Because I don't like how he drives. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are we driving like this? And you're yelling at me, not yelling, but saying I can't drive.
Yeah. No.
Because I'm a safe driver.
Yeah, like there's just no reason. Like you already don't like cops.
I'm
Why
like,
risk it?
exactly. Flashback.
Why
That's what
like
Ben
deal
said.
with them?
Ben said,
Like, come on.
be for real. Be for
Like,
real.
come on. You're also like, is he insured under your policy?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. Hey, he should be, because the fuck. But like, Joel's not insured under my car policy, so if he gets pulled over in my car or does anything in my car, like,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be covered.
You're
The
fucked.
fuck?
For sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, bridal makeup. I've been seeing a lot of videos of this young 22-year-old doing makeup on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And she does, first off, a phenomenal job.
Does she?
Gorge. Like, no filter.
Okay.
And I'm like thinking,
Where's she from? Was she like based in
Georgia.
the city? Oh, okay.
somewhere in like southern something. She
Those
has a
pageants, those pageant
southern
states.
southern ass
Mhm.
accent. And she's like, I just practice. I'm like, how do you have enough money to like
Yeah.
buy that much makeup and practice that shit on your friends?
Yeah.
Like, and then what if they don't like it? That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking. Like, I feel like I don't want to look super cakey. Like, maybe for like pictures, but I don't really want to look like, I don't know. I really thought about it.
Maybe no one's done it correctly. Because I think there are ways to get like a full beat, looks great on camera, yada
Yeah.
yada yada, without feeling and
Feeling
looking
like
caked up.
Or like,
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not that great,
you
so I
just
can't.
tell people that you hate it and they have to redo it. So aren't you on like a time frame
I think so.
on your wedding day?
Think-
That's
Did you
probably
see
why
that
people do your research.
viral
before.
video of that girl who got her makeup done and then she like washed it off. There was a video that went viral, and this girl, she was like 20. She was like in her mid 20s, like my age probably, like 22 or whatever. And she was getting married already. First of all, your brain is not developed, but moving on. It was on her wedding day. She got her makeup done, and like 10 minutes before her first look, she had to wash it all off and redo it, which is fine. But she videoed it and talked crap about the makeup artist, and like all of her friends were like, "Yeah, like you look so much better when you do it," which is like, okay, that's fine if you don't like it. One, communicate that to your artist,
Correct.
because
That's why
apparently-
they're there.
right. And apparently, like the makeup artist, like didn't know anything. Like she saw it all on TikTok when it went viral, and like you don't have to put it on video and
Yeah.
display it and be kind of
Yep.
immature about it. Like
Yep.
it was this whole thing. She got a shit ton of backlash. I like went to her account to see the video, and then like a couple days later, I went back. Honestly, probably like the next day, I went back and her account was privated, and all of her stuff was gone. Because everyone was like, they're like, this is why you don't get married at 22. Like, you're just not
Oh.
mature enough to,
Yep.
like, and then makeup artists got in there, and they're like, yeah, if that was me, this is my input on it. But basically, they were like, communicate that. I can help and change it or whatever.
Yep.
Or, like, if you just want to wash it off and do it yourself, that's fine. Let me know. Like, it was crazy for me to find out on the internet like everyone else.
Mhm.
And just a bunch of other stuff.
I'm gonna see if I can
Obviously,
find
she
the
didn't
video.
like name drop like, "Oh, this is my makeup artist. Don't go to her." But it felt
Bro,
like a bunch of like high school girls sitting in the bathroom like
Oh,
gossiping. You know, like
yeah.
that was the vibe of the video. And when I watched it, I was like,
Yeah, it's giving vibey.
that's
It's giving
kind
high
of
school.
gross."
It's giving high school. I say that a lot. When people act like immature as fuck, I'm like, it's giving high school. I feel like I'm in
I
high
feel
school.
like we were in high school being like, this feels weird.
It feels like
Like
high
I
school.
remember like being in the middle of shit, and I'm like, this is kind of gross.
Because I'm like, why do you care so much about what she thinks?
right.
Like, why does it matter? Like, literally, you
have
guys are
shit
going to
to do.
different schools. Like, you have homework to do.
No,
What the
wait,
fuck?
you-
And
oh,
you're
you're talking
going
about
to
in high
different-
school. I'm thinking about as adults.
Oh, that too.
I'm like,
Why do you care? Is she paying
Why?
your bills?
right.
Is
That's
she
what I go
paying
to.
your bills, bro?
Is she gonna give me some money for rent? Exactly. I don't really care what
if
she has
she's
to say at
if
all.
she is she funding, fucking, or what's the other one?
What did you
Funding,
say? Funding, fucking, or
There's another F one.
I have shit to do.
I don't know. There's like 3 F's. If she's
What
doing
did one
any
girl
of those
say
things.
to me? Some old girl at my job was like, "I don't really love your nose ring. Okay, I have shit to do. The fuck? I have places to be, people to see. You think am I gonna take it out?
I said, you have it?
Am
Do
I
you
gonna
have
go?
a nose
Oh
ring?"
my god, I'm so sorry. Huh?
You're like, honestly, good call. You're like, good
Okay,
call. I actually
no.
hated it.
Oh
What?
God, I've been thinking about that forever. Huh? I go.
Be for real, bro.
I said, okay.
kept it pushing.
Kept it pushing. I didn't ask you to come get it pierced with me. Or people ask me about my tattoos. I'm like, did you? They always go, oh, how's that gonna look when you're 80? I clearly had to give a fuck when I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't think I thought of that one?
Yeah.
You thought I was disappearing ink in this bitch? Get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
People are ridiculous. They have so much to say.
So much to say.
How about shut up?
Mind your business.
How about get a hobby?
And that's on Get a Hobby.
I have shit to do.
I have shit to do.
I'm gonna get that one right here. I have shit to do.
Hey, on that note, we have shit to do. Meaning editing this next episode.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I don't even know what episode we're on. I think we're on episode like 11.
I think we're on like 10.
Well,
depending on if you guys see the last episode or this episode or whatever, but that's gonna be the end of this one.
yeah, we'll see you
Bye.
guys next week. Bye.